What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Reject Rundown here on YouTube. As always, me, Tony the Kid, not alone. Old man, RJ, you weren't here last time. You are this time. What's up? Say what's up to the peeps.
Hello, everybody. I wanted to apologize because I was supposed to be here last time. I just didn't want the show to start, and being old as I am, I passed out. I was asleep. So, yeah. Hi,
We
everyone.
figured.
Good to be back.
Yeah, we figured. We figured you were. Like me and Zach the Mac. Even Zach the Mac kind of came in a little bit later on afterwards, and I think he noticed I was by myself. So he's like, "Oh man, let me tune in real quick." And I'm like, "Yeah. Thanks for joining me, Zach. Appreciate it. You probably over there
You're
cooking
like,
something.
thanks for thinking me.
Yeah, at least you know what I
Old
mean." And
man
then
RJ, he was joining me, but he passed out.
yeah, home dog was snoring, slumping. I bet you were probably you passed down the couch, weren't you? You're like waiting. You're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the right time. All of a sudden, oh, yeah. Oops. Sorry.
To tell you the truth, this country is very nice and toasty.
That couch will get to you after a long day. You sit down on the
Yeah.
couch for just a tad bit, they'll get to you. Yeah, that's for a fact.
That's what
Well,
happened to me. I was over here enjoying it, and I was just like, oh, dang, gotta wake up now.
yeah. All right. Well, let's get out to the show, man. We got a lot of things to talk about, some crazy stuff that occurred this past week. But first things first, as from last episode, we have to pay our respects. Mr. James Vanderbeek, former Power Ranger, but also well known for his Dawson's Creek on CW, or as he were WGN at the time. Phenomenal show. Lasted this long. He passed away due to his stage 3 colorectal cancer. Don't know what that is. My apologies. Not sure what kind of cancer it is, but cancer ain't no fun. Um, but he suffered, he lasted with that. He battled that for several years, as we all seen his, images of him getting skinnier as process goes, and then, passed away this past week. So Vanderbeek, you're awesome. I actually literally rewatched Dawson's Creek no more than I think like a month ago, 2 months ago, if I'm not mistaken. And I was hooked because it was on Netflix, if I'm not mistaken. And I was just tuning in. I just like, man, I remember watching this as a kid, and it was teenager life and what was going on. And I'm like, and he was a movie buzz, kind of like we are. You know what I mean? He watched classic films in the show, and generally so in real life. He loved movies, he loved shows, he loved to direct, he loved storytelling. And when he brought us that Power Rangers, if you remember that, old man, he brought us that Power Rangers like rated R type of mini clip or whatever case to be, little story, and everyone fell in love with that, and which hence the jump start to the Power Rangers movie. And then all of a sudden all that kind of things came to be.
I didn't.
So
I actually forgot about that. That he's the one that
mm,
did that jump start for the Power Rangers,
yep. Yes, indeedy. So,
and they
I
also had it had the original Rangers lineup, right? Like they had at least one of them, didn't it?
no. The show itself had all freshly new ones, all brand new, like new actors, different actors. No one was returning. They had different people from as far as they played the Bulk and Skull, that played the red, blue. Definitely the Black Ranger was different. Different Trini, Pink Ranger for sure. It like who else? Even Rita Repulsa was a little different. So wasn't that bad, man. It was pretty intense little trailer. Even Tommy was different. So it was all different, just different characters. But they kind of kept what he used was the Machine Empire. If you remember, I think it was like maybe season 3 or so, give or take. I'm not too positive. I forgot which
Yeah,
one's a
season
little.
two was the Empire one. I
Yeah, a
think
little
that's
bit.
when it was the Power Rangers Zeo.
Zeo. Yeah, exactly. That whole Machine Empire. Like, I guess they came back and it just kind of corrupted the whole world or whatever case to be. So the Rangers split up and went their separate ways, is what they kind of told the storyline. And, then all of a sudden they were being hunted, of course. And then Tommy was the last Ranger to, be free, I guess you would say, to try to save the rest of the peoples. So it was crazy. It was crazy. It was a crazy story. So not bad. I like it was phenomenal for him to see him do that and kind of put that together to kind of jumpstart the conversation of what would Power Rangers be like if it was a little on a dark side type of deal. And look how tense that was. And it was literally, it's on his YouTube. It's definitely on YouTube. You guys tune in on there. It was like no more than 5-10 minutes, if anything, of a clip they did and put it all together, maybe 15 tops, but it was pretty dope, pretty cool at what he did there. So it sucks, and he was even Jay and Silent Bob. He appeared on there with what's his face from American Pie, and they had a little Easter egg there, a little clip there between those guys. So that was even funnier too. Funny guy, all around cool dude, I guess. But sucks that he's gone. Even Stacy Keibler knew him. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I'm surprised about that. She's known him for a while now.
Yeah. I thought at first when I saw that clip, I really thought that they were of an item, but they were never married. He had 2 wives, not like her. So I'm like, oh, okay. So just friendship, pretty cool. They're about to cross paths, creativity wise, whatever case be. I want to see a little bit more about that.
And Alfonso Ribeiro, I can't pronounce the last name, but Alfonso Ribeiro, I think he's
Yeah.
he actually posted a photo of him too. And the one thing that I liked, it was Zoe Zaldana did for him. He donated 2,500, I think, or just $1,000 to his charity, which will be donated every single month.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome thing. He was setting things up, and then he bought a ranch that they're talking about now too, about like $1 million ranch or whatever in Texas somehow, and right before, like a month before he passed, so last month I guess you would say. So very interesting, but I think they have big plans for what he has for the future, especially for the family. So that's pretty cool. Not bad. Let's see more of it. But rest in peace, Mr. James, and see you on the sunny side for sure. All right, folks. Next thing, it happened last week. I didn't watch the lick of the freaking game. I tell you right now, man, I didn't watch none of that. I didn't want to, didn't need to. Obviously, it didn't seem like I needed to because everyone kept saying it was one of the most boring Super Bowl shows or freaking Super Bowl matchups in a long time. I mean, fourth quarter, they decided to score some
if you're a Patriots fan, probably,
yeah.
but if you're a Seahawks fan, you'd be like, wow, right. What a great game.
Yeah, exactly. But if you're any random, NFL watcher or whatever, or any other team besides those 2 teams watching the thing, you're like, this freaking game sucks. You know how many people that I heard from, not just saying, not just Bears fans, it went all social media for a while. I don't know if everyone caught that, but there was a lot of clips that said somebody over there in NFL and at the stadium and some of the analysts or whatever was saying they wish they would have had Chicago Bears up in that game. That, yeah, they may have been down. Right. They may have been down the whole quarters. They would have they would have been down, but in the fourth quarter, they would have sparked up those ratings like no other crap. Like crazy. It's nuts. Sickening. It's sickening, old man. I tell you right now. These are top matchups that suck. This is what people tune off when they watch NFL. The fun teams are not in there, man. And Chicago was it. We was the fun team this year. We should have been there. Should have been there.
Yeah, but things happen, and
obviously.
I feel like we just didn't fall through the way we should have against that team. Who was it? I forget who beat us.
Oh, the Rams, man, those punks, and they lost against these guys. So it sucks. It's weird.
Yeah.
Don't like it. We could have kicked these guys' butts. I'm just saying.
We would have been if we would have gone on, we beaten the Seahawks. It would have been us against the Patriots. So it would have also been the same thing.
Yeah. It would have been fine. Probably would have been okay. But we'll see. All we need is, a few different players this coming up season. I don't see. I feel like this offseason is going to be a big important for Chicago, and Chicago's going to come on top, or at least.
What we need is to bring back Lovie Smith as our defensive coordinator.
That's what I'm saying. Bring that boy back. Everyone's going to love his butt. It's going to be nice. It's like his schemes and his people personality type of deal. Definitely be that person. But if anything, props to Sam Darnold. Of all the players and of all situations out of this was, one of the most important ones because of the fact that he finally won a Super Bowl. His journey in the NFL is by far one of the craziest, but also 2 most humbling journeys any NFL player could ever really have. Just because of where he started with the Jets. Then I found out he was with Carolina. Then, if I'm not mistaken, he played for, I don't know if it was the Vikings. And then come over here, so to Seattle. So very crazy journey. And through all those situations, he was not even considered as a number 1 top tier quarterback. He was fighting for even a position at one point. And then all of a sudden in Vikings, he actually got a shot, made a big shot last year. And then all of a sudden here in Seattle, he just took advantage of that shot and said, we're just moving forward. So freaking crazy. Props to Sam Darnold. Congratulations on your Super Bowl victory. I know this is one that you are happy to have, and you and your family alone are so proud of this moment. And that's, if anything I could take away from solid and good stuff to that, that is one thing I'll take from that. So I appreciate him having a wonderful journey for that, for sure. It was
I
awesome to see.
wonder how our good friend G Money's feeling right now. Yeah, his team lost.
I don't know. Wondering. That'd be a good thing. We shall see. I think I know the Vikings. I know G Money's money freaking team wishes they would have had him back this year. Just saying. I'm pretty sure they wish it. But
That's what I'm talking about because I remember, G Money being a Viking fan. It's like, how do you feel about this happening now?
exactly. So if G Money, if you were here on air, if you're listening and tuning in, man, that's one thing I would like to know. How do you feel that the Vikings just missed out on an opportunity with this quarterback? What would your season have been any different had you had Sam Darnold back with your team? Just ask him. We'll see. See what he says.
It's a good question to ask. We need answers.
I know, right? They need some answers. Now, second thing on the board, everybody, we got our first look at Spider-NOIR. The trailer did drop, and I'll tell you right now, that looks freaking good. It looks dope. What they're saying is that they're going to drop all 8 episodes on Amazon Prime, so people can binge watch it compared to just one episode at a time. I think they are liking the fact that, or following the same repertoire what they did with Wonder Man. Wonder Man came out all episodes all at once. People were able to tune in, binge watch, and just finish it compared to doing one episode at a week. I think for something like this will probably be the same thing. Binge watch it as it goes, and it's going to be awesome. The trailer looks so dope. It, like, the time period, I want to look at the time period, old man. I want to see where are they actually setting things from. I know it's a different universe, of course, but time period. And I guess it's in the Great Depression in the 1930s in New York, and it's settling there. So it's going to be kind of it doesn't seem like he's going to be using a lot of gadgets per se, but he is web slinging, and somehow I don't know how that works. I want to find out, which I have a gut feeling it's very similar to what they did with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. Yeah, in that. So there's going to be some to that. I want to know more, but it looked dope. What do you think?
Don't forget, I'm starting to think it could be. Sorry, I didn't mean to try to cut you off, but you are right that he might have natural spider web.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why is because, remember, this ain't Peter Parker.
Mm-hmm.
This
Exactly.
is Ben Reilly. So
Ben Reilly, right?
Yeah, it's a different Spider-Man. So probably Ben has the factor of being able to have natural spider
webbing.
Webbing.
Yep.
Yeah. So it'd be nice to see how this plays out.
Yeah, I agree. And then I like Nicolas Cage in general. Like, he has that quirkiness, that little goofiness type of characteristics, here and there. And I think he's bringing that into this character in live action. I mean, Spider-Man NOIR was one of the fan favorites when they did the Spider-Verse first episode. Welcome into Spider-Verse, if I'm mistaken, or whatever that first one was. And now they gave him a live action series. This kind of is going to catapult that character even more. So I'm excited to see this. I can't wait for it for sure. For sure. The trailer looked dope, but I don't want to see anymore. Just leave it at that. Just let me be. I like where it's going. It's keeping it looking pretty cool. And if you're telling me you're going to drop all 8 episodes and let me binge watch it, bro, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to love the hell out of that show. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. So if you ain't got Amazon Prime, sucks.
I wonder what difference we're going to get from I wonder what differences we're going to see based on his Spider-Man, his villains, because I think they showed like a few of his villains, and they're all based on like 1930s type of style.
Right.
So it'd be interesting to see how this plays out. And
Same.
The other thing
I agree.
The other thing I want to know is where does this lead to? Because is Spider-Man NOIR going to be part of Doomsday?
Right. Right. That's one thing too. Where does that lead to? Where's the after effect to it? And the other thing is this I want to look in I didn't get a chance to even look deep dive in that, but I want to know for sure is this the same Spider-Man that came in the animated series, but now it's live action compared to what we got as a cartoon? Is it the same exact one, or is it totally a whole different one from a different other universe type of deal? But it's the same type of Spider-Man Nori. So I don't know. I think that's a good question I want to look into and find out for sure and see if maybe that's something we get answered when it premieres. And who knows, man? I'm excited though. I ain't gonna lie. I want to tune in. Tune in for that one. Oh man. You got Amazon Prime?
Yeah, I do.
All right,
That's
good.
how I was able to watch. I forget what I was able to watch, but I was able to watch it, because of
Good, good,
Amazon
good.
Prime.
Well, you can see the trailer on YouTube, man. What are you talking about? This trailer's on YouTube. You got everyone has YouTube. You don't have YouTube?
I wasn't talking about the trailer.
Oh, okay.
I was talking about watching something on Amazon Prime. I forgot what
Oh,
that.
gotcha.
That was a cool
Gotcha.
show or movie or something. I caught up and I was like, finally, I caught up to everything. So feel good. It
There
was
you
a
go.
feel good moment.
Good. All right, y'all. Moving on to next things. Now it is actually official. I know we've been talking about this movie for a while now, but it is official. Mummy 4 is happening. Mummy 4 is bringing back Brendan Fraser and whatever. I forgot her dang on name. Something Weiss or whatever.
Rachel Weisz.
Rachel. There you
Rachel
go.
Weisz.
Rachel Weisz. Yeah. Yeah. W-E. I know how to spell it too. It's weird. W-E-I-S-Z. That's weird.
It'd be funny if there's no like the S is silent and it's Rachel Wee, and I'd be like, wow, the S
Oh,
is silent.
damn. Right.
Damn.
Sucks. Got it wrong. Oh well. Totally butcher. But yeah, friggin' A, man. It's official. They are coming back for sure. They Universal gave us a due date and it's May 19, 2028. So in 2 years, man, we're finally gonna get this movie dropping. I think that's gonna be awesome. I feel like we're gonna get a lot of some of the characters from the past coming on 2 years, especially Rachel's the actor who portrayed the brother for so long. I know he's coming back. They definitely got to bring back where their son is. Did they have? No, they didn't have another child in the movie, so it's only him. So I have a gut feeling he probably has grandbabies, if anything, or they both got some grandbabies happening going on here. But I'll wait, man. I don't lie. It's cool to have these two return to the franchise and finally give us possibly one final film. Maybe it can catapult to more, but at least a type of story that we can be happy with it being, it being that. And that I think we've been talking about this, but I do believe they're probably going to be dealing with the Aztec type of pyramids history
Just
timeline there,
about to bring that up.
which is
Honestly, I was
cool.
thinking about bringing that up too, and I'm like, I think that's where they're heading. I think they're heading for the
Same.
Aztec timeline. I wonder
Right.
who would they choose? Probably, I'm thinking probably the witch doctor that most known in the Aztec area,
Mhm.
or would they choose probably? I gotta wait and see. I don't want to name names because I want to like sound bad, especially being Mexican, half Mexican.
It's
Mexican would be like, huh?
Well, it's knowing the culture. I think also too, this would be something cool to look into as a culture wise. What type of who in the history in our culture was a big piece to say this could be a big version or type of someone they can use that, yeah, maybe in history wasn't a big thing, but they can kind of use the name, the aura around it, and develop a proper story to it and give us something in that manner, which would be even crazy. So I'm not, that's what I mean. I would love to know more on how depth if they're going to use that, and even if that is what this movie is going to be about, or are they going back to Egypt? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Going to would be interesting.
Yeah, we shall see. But hey,
Hmm?
what if they ask for what's his face to return back and he'd be a good guy this time?
Imhotep?
Yeah, Emotep. What if
It'd be
they?
interesting because he died in the last one, him and the girl.
Yeah, him and they got taken into the deep death or whatever case to be in freaking against Scorpion King. But what if all of a sudden they're like, hey, we might need a big bad guy of our own, and the one we could think of, Emotep. You know what I mean? Type of deal. I don't know. That would be. Would you want to see that, old man? I don't know if I want to see that. I feel like that would be something goofy that they would bring up or mention, and then they don't bring it up.
I wouldn't like probably near the end bring him back just to like if they need his help
Oh,
because
gotcha.
we already saw him come back and we already saw that he came back to try to take on the Scorpion King.
Right,
And as you saw, it was like him and Fraser had to team up to kill the Scorpion King.
right. In order
So
for him to take over
I'm
the
not
power
against
stuff.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah, like I'm not against him coming back.
yeah,
But if he comes back, he has to have either he's gone full blown, full blown good guy. Because remember, at the end of the movie, he understood that old girl didn't care about him,
right,
so
right.
he let himself die.
Yeah,
So for him to come back, it might be like a good guy return. Like he comes back and redeems all his years of being in love with her and doing all this bad stuff for her.
right.
And now it's like I just gotta do one right thing.
With his life. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I have a feeling like they'll probably do something in that manner. Or that someone's gonna think about that and be like, "Hey, would it be cool? Would it be bring Emotep back?" And all of a sudden, one guy's like, "Yeah, that's a great idea," but everyone else in the whole wide world is like, "No, that's a bad idea. We want a new character. Bring somebody new along." I don't know. We'll see. But if they do, it's gonna be something quirky in that manner, and it is what it is. Who cares? This is nostalgia. It's homage. You know what I mean? The class. Nothing beats a classic. Put it that
No,
way.
we've seen it with a
Ah,
lot of movies like went back.
agreed. Agreed. And speaking of classics, the show that loves to bring classic songs from the '80s, or whatever case it be, bring it back to life and let everyone love what happened in the '80s. But if anything, these guys want to go back further than that, which is baffling to me. As Netflix announced, and it's official that the new spinoff Stranger Things film franchise type of deal they're going to be doing now is Stranger Things: The First Shadow, which in title, as you see the picture there, it's all going to be about the beginning of Vecna. Why that is, I don't know. Do I care? Hell no. Oh man, I don't care. I don't. I. Uh, it doesn't matter to me. It really don't. The show's already over. I know his ending. I don't care about his beginning. So why are you telling me his beginning? It's stupid.
That's a good way
I
to put it. I know
you
it's
you
funny. I know it has. I don't
yeah,
even want to care about how he begins.
yes, and you show me you show me the glimpse that occurred in the series a little bit there, and now you're gonna try to fix it and say, well, I know we showed you only a tunnel, and we showed you just a corner of a tunnel where the guy had a briefcase and a rock that had some red goo on it that was kind of like the red Infinity Stone, and guess what? Vecna touched it and became this red guy and bad guy, and the mind eater came into him, and all of a sudden he's the big bad guy, and then this is who he is, but he dies. Okay, I don't get it. I don't understand why you, like we've said before about certain franchise, stop milking the damn cow, please. It's enough. I think we're cool. We got enough for the franchise. Now you're bringing an animated cartoon series that you're explaining to me that was between season 2 and 3 or whatever, and now this looks a little more goofy, and these monsters that are going to be appearing in this cartoon are supposed to be canon, all of a sudden never appeared in the final episode of the season, and then now
Not
we're gonna
really.
go way back to the beginning. Oh man.
Yeah. Think about it this way. They're trying to. They're always gonna create something animated or not, but when you're money hungry, you're gonna do things that are outside of the box. Look at the fact that like Harry Potter, there's a good example. They when they realized they had a money thing there, they made all these other movies, and now they're making a brand new movie based on a new book that came out.
All right.
Harry Potter having like the evil son or something. I forgot how it goes.
Right.
And not just that, but don't forget, on the same franchise, there's a book written based on a what if scenario. And the what
Oh,
if is based on Hermione and that one blonde evil kid. I forgot his name, but it's like, what if they became a pair, and they hooked
oh.
up?
See what I mean? This baffles me, man. I don't know, guys. Stop with all that. Please, enough. Just annoy me with this crap. And I'm oh man, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't see why I need to watch it. I already know his ending. Why do I need to go watch the beginning? Like at least now. If you would have told me this now, but like you told me this with the first story, and then hence got into number 11, and then all of a sudden we wait 10, 15 years, or give it maybe 5 years, and all of a sudden you bring out the actual Stranger Things TV series or series itself on Netflix. That would have made sense. But the fact that you want to rewrite and go back to his beginning, my Lord in heaven, I swear.
Something like this, they should have done it during half in season 2 or 3. They should have done it during that time, so it could have been tied in.
It would have led up. I like that. It would have led up, and then from there you would have concluded with this, which then entitled finished off and concluded with the Stranger Things franchise too as well, and it would have finished off into what occurred until season 5. I believe it was last season. I don't fucking know against winners, but yeah, it would have been entwined with each other. Agree with that. Agree.
Thank you.
But it is what it is. Netflix announced it. They're gonna make it. Can't stop them. Obviously, Paramount's trying to stop them from purchasing Warner Brothers, and they don't seem like they're getting any good luck here. They're losing. They're sucking right now. So Netflix is gonna win the world. It seems like, and they're gonna be the new Skynet. We're all gonna be bad. We're all going to crap after this. Just saying.
Tell you the truth, and sadly, I'd rather have Netflix pick up Warner Bros. Because of the fact that when I was looking at why, like, okay, suddenly you see what they call Paramount has to ask the government to get involved. That's how bad it is. Like, you want something so bad that you ask your buddies and your pals to get involved.
I agree with you on that one. That is a little suspicious. You mean to tell me that
the government gets involved because they're not happy with the fact that Netflix has a lot of, in their mind, woke television.
Right.
So it's like, okay, you want to go with the Warner Brothers, who has a DC Comics. And DC Comics has never been, they've always been that agenda of woke, way back in the 60s, 70s, and so forth,
Exactly. So, all in the comics.
Yeah. So now we have a company known as Paramount who wants to try to erase this type of idealism. So what's going to happen? Superman is going to become Red Sun Superman. He's going to become the Russian Superman.
Yeah. Yeah. Agreed.
Instead of the Superman who fights for truth and justice. So
agreed.
I'm like, no, I'd rather keep things where they are still in corrective action based on the characters that they were created off of to be.
Yeah, I agree with you.
What's that? Batman Prince didn't die?
Like what? Say it one more time.
I said, what they're going to do next? Batman Prince didn't die?
Oh, I know. No, thank you. No, thank you.
No. Sorry.
I swear. Crazy. But yeah. All right. We got to get into it, man. This next topic is going to be our reject of the week. Oh, man. Now, before I switch over to your reject of the week, is going to be a doozy. All right. I actually really wished Zach the Mac joined in on this because I wanted to get his opinion in this a little bit. But I think if we can agree with the reason why it's justifiable. So,
all right.
Well-deserved reject of the week, and she is going viral for the past week and stuff. Miss Nicole Curtis, and the reason being is because I tell y'all, man, this young lady is has a show on HGTV. All right, like buys homes, fixer uppers, those type of shows. You know what I mean? Let me buy a home. Let me make it look nice. Let me fix it up. Right now. She does have quite of a story. I'm not too, familiar with her backstory, but it seems like the headliners want to use this a little bit, and they're saying she's a former rehab survivor. So sounds like she's dealt with drugs, went to rehab, got clean, came out, and started doing this HGTV, show of buying homes and fixing them up and reselling them, all that kind of stuff like that. That's became her niche. She's been on there for almost 7-9 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too positive how long, but she's been on it for quite a bit. And yeah, about 9 seasons. Then this last season, it got canceled because of this footage that was recorded last year. And now all of a sudden is going nuts. So the footage, okay, is her saying, "Oh f the N word." She doesn't drop the A. She drops the hard ER. It was, you hear it, and she hears herself say it, and she goes, "Oh no, wait, we got to cut that out. Can we cut that out? Can we cut that out? It's recording. It's not live." So obviously, during that recording, she's able to make the adjustments. Now, the only bad problem with that is that that was reported to headquarters at HGTV, and from there was in conversations of possibly already automatically canceling the show, but not guaranteed. So what is stupid right now, and just to me, my opinion, looking into this and reading a little bit about this, is that she does go to social media. She does apologize about her saying this. She obviously feels bad by saying it and saying that this word is not in her vocabulary.
So what's that say though?
It doesn't make any sense. But it's also she's trying to paint a picture of stating that this wasn't the reason why that the show was canceled, that there's more to the story of why the show was canceled, and that she needs to focus on her family. She decides to step away from doing the shows anymore, that her purpose right now currently is being a great mom and all this kind of like PR crap, in my opinion, oh man, that she's really highlighting. It's this PR crap that she's trying to paint the picture right now and not fully admit and fully commit to admitting that she said this, and she said this to everyone in the recordings in here, and all of a sudden wants to play a picture that's not why I got fired. I got fired for other things. No, I decided to part ways. I chose to leave the show. I chose to cancel it too as well. It wasn't just them. It was there's a bigger story beyond this. Like,
I'm the one that got up and walked away.
Right. I'm the one that got up and walked away. Stop it. Just stop it.
That's the bad thing. If you gotta let go because of your actions that we discovered about you a year ago. Own up to it. Be truthful.
Right.
Here you are messing yourself up, using the hard N word, and you shouldn't be using it all. So it tells me that you're comfortable seeing it.
At all. You said it so like, oh man, if you would have heard that clip, like if you get a chance after this, go to social media, just search up her name and see they have some clips of it, and you'll hear her say it. Yeah, she does catch herself like, oh snap, I said it, but it was more or less, in my opinion, that oh snaps, I said it out loud to everyone being here. And the fact that you used the ER, I'm sorry, even in my vocabulary, even if I were to drop a accidental N-bomb, in a sense, for with Zach or with my friends or whatever case to be, there was never in time that the ER ever came out of my mouth. Plain and simple. Never in time. That right there is a no. It's the same thing as us Hispanics when we're sitting there calling each other, with the K. Okay. No. There's no way. No way at all. So it's she go, man. Just let it be. The crazy thing why I say this is bullcrap about her little backstory and her little PR trip is that, oh man, this clip went viral just hours before the new season was being aired on HGTV. Hours before it was supposed to be aired. It was season premiere. It was literally just about to go on HGTV. They were still going to continue with the series, old man. This is what's crazy. They were still going to continue at least with the final season in a sense. And all of a sudden the clip hits social media and it just went, it's circulated everywhere. HGTV had to go and do their PR cleanup and cancel the show and say, due to feasible circumstances, whatever case, the little things, they had to pull the show. And they don't now. All of a sudden, they cut ties. They're saying, "Oh, we don't condone this type of verbiage and all this kind of stuff. Whatever. We just found out. Blah 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 blah. And now the show won't continue, bro. Like it totally seems like someone one in that recording part was not happy of what occurred, and at that too was not happy of what HDTV headquarters was doing in the back end to still continue with the series. So now all of a sudden it's a bad thing, and now we gotta cut ties and we gotta stay face. Nah, man, kick
Mm.
rocks. You gotta
Yeah,
go. You gotta go. And I'm glad.
and
I'm glad your show got canceled. You done. You off air. And you if you want to do something else, and your fans followers want to follow you in that part, then all props to you. But yeah, you deserve a show to get canceled.
I
No way.
agree. You keep the be canceled completely. So that
Yeah.
when you're comfortable saying it like that, you feel like you turn and live off the hate.
Facts. So I think this is a well-deserved reject of the week, everybody. If you guys agree with me, drop the likes, let me know in the comments and stuff. And what are your opinions about that? Like, if you've read up on the series, if you not series, I apologize, not series. If you read up on the news and kind of a little bit more into the story, and you guys figured out in a sense of what was occurring and all that kind of stuff, a little more in depth, share with me. Let me know. I love to kind of look more in depth on this, but well deserved reject week. All right. On to the next topic, old man. It's allegedly been said. It's allegedly been said, man. Allegedly. All right. This is just two things allegedly here I put up here for you.
Okay.
All right. WrestleMania. This is now we're going to WWE over here, right? These are allegedly been said matchups that are supposedly being eyed and planned for next year. Not this year's, next year's in Saudi Arabia, everybody, which is crazy because now all of a sudden we're hearing out what's going on next year. It's bonkers. It's bonkers. It tells me that these guys are ready to just drop this WrestleMania now because they know it's going to fail, and they're looking forward to next year's WrestleMania, and they're going to drop buku money on that one because of who they got in their backing, and that's what their focus is on now. We would have never heard. Oh man, excuse me if I'm wrong on this, but my opinion here, right now, before this upcoming WrestleMania is happening, we would have never hear about another year's WrestleMania, would we?
Yeah, we did. But not before WrestleMania. The day afterwards.
That's what I'm
So,
saying. If news
yeah.
wise, did we ever get any type of news that is going to be happening on a following year's WrestleMania compared to it following for this upcoming WrestleManias?
No, normally the only time I ever had that was just a night after. So
Mm-hmm.
Monday Night Raw after WrestleMania 27, Cena and The Rock called each other out to Mania 28, and the build-up was good. I think they could have done a lot better with the build-up, but it was a pretty good build-up. Now imagine one thing though, that was, and I'll put it this way, that was the biggest risk you could ever do for a WrestleMania pay-per-view because you're already booking your main event for the next year. You're already putting it out there. Cena and Rock, they're gonna meet each other,
Mm-hmm.
and they did. Lucky us, they both stayed healthy. But if any of those two guys got hurt, that would have been it jeopardized. That would have jeopardized the whole main event, the whole build
Right.
up for a whole year that you have. So now for them to
Exactly.
do this, and remember, Cena, Rock and Austin, they're not young no more. They're not in their 20s and 30s. So you're risking the high end match if you're gonna build this call this match out soon.
Right. Well, since old man kind of dropped their names there, everybody, I was just
Oh,
about
sorry.
to share the slideshow there, old man. But that's fine. It's cool. Just understand that. But yeah, the two biggest names of all, of course, it's not just The Rock. First thing is first is The Rock because we've been dealing with his storyline with the freaking, bloodline for a while now. We're pissed off of what occurred this past year of him. The fact that he just dropped off the face of the earth after his appearance with John Cena and never decided to come back ever again after that. So, what do we want? I guess according to WrestleMania or WWE at WrestleMania, they want to give us The Rock versus Roman Reigns. That's their ideal. That's allegedly. They're planning. Supposedly, they're planning to go to The Rock and say, listen, we're going to pay you X amount of dollars exceeding any other cost that you ever received before for you to wrestle here in Saudi Arabia. Will he take it? Will he not take it? That is the question, really, to be honest. I think Roman in his mind is like, I don't care, whatever, make it money too. I'll wrestle. The Rock, on the other hand, hey man, you got a lot of responsibilities. I looked at his plate of movies, and currently he would be available for next year if he doesn't take on another project. Oh man, right now his biggest projects is Fast X, which again, if I'm not mistaken, Fast X does not happen. I mean, I want to Google this now. Dang old nabbit. Let me Google this bad boy real quick. Fast X, I think, doesn't air until part 2, 2028. So when is WrestleMania? In 2027, right?
7, yeah.
So yeah, so he will be wrestling beginning of the year. They more than likely will be filming a little bit right afterwards. The other movie is the mobster type of movie that he'll be doing with Martin Scorsese, as well as Leonardo DiCaprio and Emily Blunt again. And that film is actually right now currently in production. So they haven't started filming that one just yet, but it's in production. So they'll be filming that movie this year. So next year, he'll just be doing media tours, if anything, to be honest. He might be available, man. He might be available. If they play out right, those are the big 2 major projects. He has another one, but that's already in production. So at this point, there's a big possibility that The Rock could be appearing at WrestleMania 43 against Roman Reigns. There is a big possibility he may say yes to this big paycheck here just because of what's been going on at UFL. He needs some help. He needs some endorsements here, right? I think he'll take it.
I agree. I think he should. 1. 2, if I was him, I would negotiate to let him actually walk out with a championship once at WrestleMania. You know he's never walked out with it, right?
Correct. Even with the rest, like even with Stone Cold, first 2 he lost them. The third one was just a plain matchup.
Yeah, and second one, you know, he was bound to walk out with it, but Vince McMahon showed up and did with the McMahon thing.
Right.
And then of course he put Cena over in the last one. So, and don't forget he put Triple H over in the other one. So
correct.
He's never walked out. He's main event wise, he's only won 2 main events. I'm sorry, he's only walked out winning 2 of them and no title on the line.
Right. So no bigger the better. No, that is a matchup. That is a possible planned matchup. All right. The other possible planned matchup is, if I'm not mistaken, old man, wasn't this a dream match? You remember when WWE was making those dream matchups and stuff like that? And we got this Stone Cold dream matchup versus CM Punk. But now all of a sudden, Saudi's like, hey guys, Stone Cold, we saw you attempt to do it a couple years ago. You look good. You wrestled against Kevin Owens. You look pretty good. Not bad. How about we get that same little thing you got going on there, and let's redo that with CM Punk. Let him take a lot of those bumps right now currently. Let this matchup be something here going on. Now, Stone Cold. Oh, man. Stone Cold is, if anybody is one of those gritty kind of guys and has to sit there and say, if the money is right and if I feel good, never say never, right?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a money right, feel good situation. He's going to be like, I'll go there. Just bring me some beer. I'll be fine.
And no Punk wouldn't mind doing most of the dirty work.
Yeah.
So Punk would have to just take a beating the whole match and make Austin look good.
Yeah.
And then
I'm
you
sure
just have almost
like,
and then the thing is, they have all those fans who are pretty much like the kids that grew up in the ones that are younger than me. Most of the haters are gonna watch it. Stone Cold wins. They're gonna be like, "Oh look, CM Punk put another brand new young man over," and be like, "Well, in my opinion, Punk actually put a legend over."
Right.
They're both legends, but the thing is, like the Kevin Owens thing where Stone Cold beat Kevin Owens, and a lot of fans are all mad Stone Cold beat him. We waited years for Stone Cold to come back.
Right.
We waited years for Stone Cold to come and beat somebody in a wrestling match.
Mm-hmm.
He comes back, gives not he didn't destroy Kevin Owens. He didn't do a Goldberg thing. He didn't do a Brock thing, a Triple H thing.
Right.
No, he actually went out there and fought Kevin Owens
He
throughout that
took a
arena.
big suplex bump that I didn't think he would take out in the pavement.
Mhm.
Kevin Owens did on him. Never in my mind. And I think you could agree. We didn't ever think he would have took a bump like that at his age at that
So,
time frame on the cement. Never.
and the other thing you guys give credit about is one, that's the first time Kevin Owens actually got the main event of WrestleMania.
Right.
Tell me which wrestler before Austin will ever give Kevin Owens a main event match? He wasn't getting one at all.
Mm-hmm.
Even till now, I think the last time he had one was the tag team match with him and Sami Zayn beat Jimmy and Jey Uso, but I don't think that was even a main event match.
That was that for night one, if I'm not mistaken. It took over night
But that
one.
was right.
Yes.
Okay. So you
Phenomenal.
see,
But even
and
then, that was at Saudi. It took Saudi to be like, look, this is his
no,
first
no,
night being here.
WrestleMania that one was that was in the Saudi. That was somewhere else. I think that was in because that was WrestleMania. Mania is barely going to Saudi.
Oh, that's
This
right.
happened in New York, I think.
I'm gonna look it up while you're talking, but go ahead.
Yeah, let me think. WrestleMania 20. Yeah, it happened in New York because I think 39 they broke protocol because normally WrestleMania 40 and 30. Oh yeah, no. Sorry. Uh, darn. Wasn't WrestleMania 30? I could tell you that. Or was it 30? No, because 30 was Rock and Roman against Punk. I mean, Rock and Roman versus Cody and Seth Rollins. So that was WrestleMania 40 then. It had to be 39 then.
I'm checking
Yeah, it
right
was
now. It seems like a
39.
buff in here. Let's buff it.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens. I got it. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn win tag titles at WrestleMania. Full matchup. I got the YouTube out. It doesn't tell me what's it called. It doesn't tell me any of that nature right now. It freaking sucks.
I believe it was 39. It was 39 because that's when Sammy pinned Jey Uso, who was like pretty cool with them the whole time, and then turned his back on him.
Yeah.
So I think it was 39. So that was like the second time. So imagine this: Kevin Owens went from main eventing 38, then he main evented 39. So he went back to back main events.
Yeah.
And before that, Kevin Owens was around wrestling for a good minute for him not to be in the main event. So,
Yeah, you're right. WrestleMania 39.
yeah. So that's my opinion. That's my opinion. Like, sometimes, yeah, an old man got put over, but how many times have you see Ric Flair get put over?
Yeah. Facts.
So yeah, a lot of these younger cats, they complain. And I think that's the thing that's killing the wrestling business is that you have all these young cats who complain about anything. We can't,
Facts.
Stephanie McCurr, world champion now. We wanted it. Now we're like, oh, she's boring us. I'm like, well, that's the problem, man. Y'all are like kids with a new toy. You pick up a new toy, you play with it for a while, you get bored of it, you push it to the side, you want a new toy again. When you
Right.
get that toy, you're gonna play with that toy, you get bored, and you can push it to the side. Look at Cody Rhodes. He finally, got his story. Cody is the one we were pushing because we're tired of Roman Reigns. We got
Mm-hmm.
Cody. Now we want Reigns back.
Yeah.
So that's been my problem is we just have a lot of fans who don't know what they want, and they just wanna. I think they want to complain because it's the cool thing to do now. So yeah, that's where my rant is at. And I think I just lost some of the kids. All right, wait. So he got bored and he's like, I'm out of here. I'm surprised because normally when this happens, I'm the only one that gets kicked out and not him. So
Yeah, that was me.
it's a new. Yeah, I was surprised about that. I thought he got kicked out. Uh, I
You
had
did.
that feeling like you were like, I got a dip before he keeps talking.
No, good that you continue there for me, big man. Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you,
it,
thank you,
it
old
froze out
man.
after.
Old man caught on.
they didn't want me looking up that Kevin Owens things, man, because it froze on me when I did that. That's I was like, what the hell? I was trying to switch it back over, man. I'm over here like, what the pinches is happening here?
Conspiracy. That's what's
That's what
happening.
I'm
Look at
saying.
the fact that Kevin Owens hasn't been in Mania. He's not even in this one at all.
Yeah.
So they're trying to block us from talking about him.
Yeah, for real. So I agree with what you're saying. I do agree with what you're saying about this, and it will be beneficial. So I feel like this match could end up happening just as much as The Rock versus Roman, and I feel like these two matchups at WrestleMania isn't really bad for business. Now, will they be main events? Actual, the main event of the night? Who's to say yes to that? I feel like Saudi would probably say yes, they will to close out both nights, but I don't know. I have no idea. We shall see. I mean, Saudi Arabia wants more legend wrestlers to appear this upcoming at their WrestleMania in 43. So these two headliners may not be the only ones we see returning, coming back. It seems like they want an Undertaker, but I don't know if Undertaker's willing to do. He may make an appearance, but I don't know if he'll actually do some type of matchup type of deal. I think appearance will probably be just fine, if anything, my opinion. But we'll see. We'll see, man. I think it's in due time. Like these conversations, like I said at the beginning, that they normally don't be happening right now, currently, before the WrestleMania, this year's WrestleMania happens. These kind of conversations end up happening at the beginning of the year, of WWE year. They happen right after this WrestleMania because we got to get into this one to be finished first to know where do we go wrong to figure out and say, all right, we're writing the script for the next year. So it's kind of interesting to say the least, but we got a lot of time to go by. Like I said, got a lot of time, circumstances, and the filming franchise is probably what's going to hold up The Rock, but I doubt it'll hold up Stone Cold. So I think he'll end up taking this chance. We'll see. We'll see, old man.
I'm thinking probably Rock money. If he schedules his match now, it's a
Yeah.
good thing because there's probably a good chance that with him scheduling it now, he can't tell the movie producer, the movie that I'll sign the contract, but you gotta let me do this first.
Right. Agreed. I agree with you on that one.
And
Now
if the
they'll
money's right,
yeah.
sorry, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. The money's right. They'll go for it. I agree. Now, last allegedly that's been said, everybody, that's been circulating social media all over the place. But allegedly, Netflix is considering and more than likely discussing on bringing old school Street Sharks to a live action series on Netflix. Now, if I don't know if you ever watched it, old man, but I did. This show was actually pretty cool. It wasn't. It was that type of Ninja Turtles, Gargoyles type of aura type of cartoon at that time frame. Even we had Mouse Mars, or whatever case to be. That's going to be coming out with Ryan Reynolds.
Mouse on Mars? Is
Mouse on
that that?
Mars. Thank you very much. Mouse on
No,
Mars.
no. Biker Mice from Mars or something like that.
Biker Mice from Mars. You might be right, man. Mouse. I'm gonna look this up. Mouse.
They did something like that with the Biker Mice that they did live action. Before they did something similar to, not too similar, but something similar
Yeah, Biker Mice from
to
Mars.
yeah.
Biker
They
Mice
did
instead of
something.
mouse.
They did something like what's that thing show? They did answer that way, but Sons of Anarchy. That'd be
Uh
cool if
huh.
the Biker Mice from Mars did a biker show like that with other biker rival games and all that, like they did in the cartoon.
That's pretty cool. That'll be pretty cool. And then with Street Sharks, it's like Street Sharks is not bad. It literally would be cool. But if they do a live action, it's like they really gotta go into the graphics a lot, in my opinion, when it comes to that. And the transfer they're not able to transform to the regular humans anymore. Once they're done, they'll go there. But I have a gut feeling to save costs, oh man. As soon as they transform, they'll be able to change back. Okay, in the live action, they'll have some type of way they'll change back to save some budgets. I have
Yeah,
a feeling that's going to be the case. Do I like that? Nah, I'm okay with them just being Street Sharks, all the way through. So that'll be interesting to say the least. And maybe Netflix can do some crossovers. Maybe we get some. But oh man, I'm just saying,
Mhm.
if I'm okay with them considering. But where the hell is our Captain Planet? What? Why can't we get a Captain Planet? Huh?
I'm still waiting for Darkwing Duck cartoon.
That's what I'm saying. The stars getting hushed. See what I'm saying? Wait,
Yeah,
who?
you know what'd be
What?
cool? Darkwing Duck.
Oh, Darkwing Duck. I said Star. I just said Starsky and Hutch. I was like Starsky and Hutch. I'm like, wait,
No,
no,
I'm
you didn't say
thinking
that. You didn't say that.
Darkwing Duck like reboot with the new cartoon being in Disney. That'd
Yeah,
be cool to watch.
even that would be
Another
dope.
one, like you said, Gargoyles live action, which hopefully is on the way. But another show that would be cool if they did a live action based on the video game
Mm-hmm.
would be Double Dragon.
Even Double Dragon. Even Double freaking Dragon, bro. Come on. Come on. Like,
Imagine that. Two guys just going around, probably two cops,
mm-hmm.
kicking ass, probably street detectives who are trying to take down a drug bust or some shit.
Agreed. Agreed. That's what I'm saying. Like most of this stuff, it's like it's cool to consider, but I would love for them to hurry up and remake. Give me a Captain Planet. Come on, I think by now we could use something like that. Different entities and different races, of course, come into one, make this one badass cool dude or whatever case to be, and save the universe. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, I think that would be something cool to do, but who's to say? And oh man, if this is allegedly true, I'm okay with it. I just feel like come on, man, we got to bring up some other cartoons too. Like, yeah, they were cool, all right, but they didn't last very long, oh man. And I'm pretty sure this is gonna be the same thing. They're not gonna really last very long. It might be cool in the beginning. This may spark some matchups. You might get some matchups here. They may get some merchandise, and all of a sudden we get a video game, and then maybe the video game can have some appearances from Ninja Turtles, Mice on Mars, some freaking what's it called? Video game freaking what's it called? In Mortal Kombat, possibly. They could be appearing in there too as well. I don't know. That'd be fine. They have comic books already out right now. Oh man. They actually have a comic
For
book series out.
Fight
So
Shark?
for Street
Street Shark?
Sharks. Yep. They got a comic book series out, and it's boom. Now I say booming, but it's starting, and it's starting to catch some traction around here. So it's kind of interesting to say the least. I don't know.
I think the other way they could save money on Street Shark is if they try not to focus too much on Street Shark until like the fights happen. Show them glimpses of here, show glimpses of them there.
Mm-hmm.
But then when the fight happens, show the Street Sharks.
Yeah. Yeah. I might like it though.
Another,
I was always a fan of it.
yeah,
Though. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say the other thing they could do is look at the Flash. Flash, wait, I think King Shark turned into a human afterwards. But that was
Oh
last season
yeah,
that had King Shark
they
from
did.
Frederick Gorilla Garage.
That dude was pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie, that wasn't that bad of a CGI at all
No,
whatsoever. Not at all. That did look pretty dope. Yeah, you might be right, oh man. You might get some there.
I think
See,
sometimes they
you
just need
yeah.
the right person in charge of visual effects.
Agreed. I agree with you on that one. Not bad. Not bad.
I think
Good catch. There.
Old Man still got it. I can still
Yeah, old man still
run
got
the show
some
if I need to.
ideas here and there. Yeah, I agree with you. Not bad.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. That's been the reject rundown. That's all I got for everybody here. We got a minute to spare. I guess it's 45. Old man, anything upcoming right now? No, we got it. We're trying to do a WrestleTube show coming up soon, correct?
Yeah, we have one coming out, but don't forget Happy Valentine's Day to all those celebrate.
Yes.
I know some of the kids is probably doing something for the missus kid, or clothes or so.
Yeah, we got the kids with us, so I know I got a little knickknacks that I got to give to her for sure too.
Old man's gonna go to a resident stripper and pay her some good old cash. Take care of
There you
old
go.
man. So we're good.
Good. Sounds good. All right, y'all. Well, you guys be safe. Take care. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Tune in. Remember, like, subscribe. Always put the comments on there. Let you know if you agree with these allegedly, if you got some opinions on them. But also, too, most important, reject the week because it was well deserved for sure. And otherwise, stay tuned. We'll see you guys until next week. All right, man. Signing off.
Mm-hmm. See you later.